again. My name is Isaiah Coleman, and this is Fatherhood Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very excited about our discussion this evening. Really excited to delve into this topic around fatherhood and how important and how fatherhood is a privilege if you view it that way, right? There's a million different ways to view it. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Fatherhood is a privilege. Earlier on in my fatherhood journey, I don't know if I thought of it that way. I don't know if I initially thought fatherhood was a privilege when we had our first son, and your world changes and you can't move as freely or as openly or as easily as you once did. And I think I looked at fatherhood as a burden, right? And I think oftentimes if we view some of the good things in our lives and we're not ready for them and we can't really shoulder that load, sometimes, and Pastor says this, Pastor Darius Daniel says this, he says, sometimes our blessings show up as burdens because we're not ready for it, because our perspective isn't ready for it. And I think that's how I was viewing fatherhood early on. But I'm telling you right now, fatherhood is probably one of my favorite aspects of my life. It has given me so much fulfillment. It's given me so much more drive, so much more purpose in my life. And I don't know who I would be. It's kind of hard to think about myself, who I was prior to fatherhood, because I don't even really think I knew who I was from an identity standpoint. And fatherhood has given me that. It's given me an even healthier sense of identity. And why? Like, why do I think fatherhood is a privilege? It's not even I think, it is. It is. And why do I say that it is a privilege? Well, for a couple reasons. I just mentioned it, right? The drive piece, the purpose piece, the fulfillment piece. I was speaking to a friend recently, and I was talking to him about all of the different endeavors, like me filming this podcast, me posting on TikTok, me working to get men into the room. And I shared with him, I don't know if my drive would be as strong as it is right now if I didn't have children, right? I think children and a family as a man has pushed me into a wavelength, a flow that I can't quite explain, but it has me just hyper focused. Let me put it that way. It has me hyper focused. When I look at my children eat breakfast, when I sit there and I literally watch them eat their breakfast and they're having a good time, they're interacting with one another, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I'm inspired. I'm left in awe some days. I'm just like, wow, look at, these are my boys. Like, these are my minis. And the drive and again, the sense of purpose that they give me, it forces me to jump into my work or jump into whatever goals that I've set out, so that I can give them everything that they deserve. So I can give them the world, not just them, but give their mother the world as well. And that's something that I wouldn't have if I didn't have children. Again, I told my buddy, I was like, if I didn't have kids, I don't know if my drive would be the way it is. I don't know if I'd work as hard. I don't know if I'd try to be as focused as I am with children. So I say that to say, it leads me to my next point. And my next point around why fatherhood is a privilege, I truly feel it's the relationship. It's the relationship piece. It's the unconditional love piece. There's nothing quite like that cliche where you come home after a long day and you're tired and you're beat up and the world is beating you up and everybody's coming your way with problems, and you're a leader and you got to listen to them and you got to hear them out, and it bogs you down. But when you walk through that door and you see your boys or you see your daughter, and the smile they give you and the excitement and the energy they give you just changes everything. And you can't get that anywhere else. I don't know if there's anything else in this world, no female, no drink, no drug or anything like that will get you as excited or perk you back up the way your children can. So that unconditional love is huge. It goes a very long way. And lastly, I would just say why fatherhood's a privilege is you have the opportunity to mold a human, a person, to give them characteristics, to give them morals, to give them values that they will use to lead their lives as they continue to grow up and become adults. And not only that, they're stamping, they're cementing your legacy, your last name, right? As a father, they are literally walking in your footsteps, right? You're paving the way for them, and you're creating this path for them to eventually overtake your steps and do their own thing, of course. But you have the ability to shape and mold a person who's going to be out here in society, just like you and me, working to contribute to the world. And I think that's a huge privilege. It shouldn't be a privilege taken lightly. And I hope and I wish and I encourage all fathers, you in particular watching this episode, man, to just understand the power in your ability to father and in your ability to parent and steward young people into a bright and healthy future. I hope this was helpful. I hope this resonated. I hope you take this perspective, or you take any of these points and really be more intentional about your time with your children. And most importantly, your fatherhood, man. This is Fatherhood Friday. We always gonna bring some good topics into Fatherhood Friday. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Isaiah Coleman, curator of The Connected, and we just gonna keep this thing rolling. All right. Have a good night. Until next time, like, follow, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. All right. Peace out.